Runaway Robot.
Chapter 1. A Friend in Need. Welcome everyone to DieFall Presents Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I always feel so, frazzled when I try to do these things during the week because I feel like I have no time prior to it to set up correctly, so this is going to be my apologies beforehand if anything sucks, because sometimes I feel like I don't have enough prep time, but it's okay. I think I got everything set up correctly, and hopefully I don't forget any NPC voices today. That's actually my one real concern, because, look at, why are those glowing?
They're lightsabers.
You just noticed?
We've been through this.
I know when. I mean, I was prepping things. I didn't see it the whole time. All I knew is that you were eating sushi.
This is a Bravo specialty. When she has sushi,
Wow.
She has to have her lightsaber chopsticks out.
I had no idea. Well, that's really cool.
To me, 'cause you
That's
don't
really
like
cool.
me.
So we were just talking about sushi, chat, just as a heads up. And that being said, Bravo, would you say that is your favorite food is sushi?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Beyond measure. It slaps. You get that good sashimi. Oh, it hits you. You know. Woo.
It hits you. Okay, cool. So that's Bravo's favorite. Dungeon Dame, what is your favorite type of food?
Pasta, probably. Lasagna, specifically.
Specifically lasagna. Now, how many layers does a lasagna need to have to be classified as an actual lasagna?
2, probably.
Just 2?
I think
Is that not just a
only.
pasta sandwich?
Or... I mean, if you want to call it that.
Is that
Better
not?
name for lasagna.
I don't know.
Are there rules for lasagna?
Well, it's like the question: is a hot dog a sandwich,
I'm looking it up.
or is
hot dog
to
is
me a
technically
hot?
taco.
What is lasagna?
But is that really? Because tacos have hard shells or flour tortillas.
But
Are we
it's
not
like
predicated on it being a tortilla?
The bun is one piece though that wraps around the meat.
We can't
so
get
it's a
into this.
taco.
This is gonna go on for hours.
Unless it rips. I mean, that's
Well,
you
the
know.
taco shells crush too, and sometimes they break. But you know, it's,
So does a taco then become a sandwich? Like if it's a hard shell taco and it breaks?
No, it's a burger.
Welcome to the food channel, y'all.
This is tea.
Okay. So
this
lasagna,
reminds me a lot of
good.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. This is. I expect us to get into many arguments about this. So lasagna for Dungeon Dame, great. Let's move around the horn here. Mike, what is your favorite type of food?
Favorite type of food?
Yes.
Any breakfast food.
Any breakfast. That's a great answer. That is a fantastic answer. I love breakfast food.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Mainly
you had to pick
like,
one, is it like bacon, or would you be like, nah, man, like a seriously well poached egg is like
I'm
that's
all
one of my
about
favorite things.
the breaded, so French toast, pancakes, waffles.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I'm all
okay.
about that.
Okay.
Just slathered in syrup.
Slathered in syrup. I love it. And finally, Stella, do you wanna jump in on this conversation? What is your favorite type of food?
Oh, it's very unsurprising. It's Korean food.
No way!
Who would've
I had
thunk
no
it?
idea.
Sounds
Who
right.
would have ever? If you guys don't know, Stella likes to post a lot of kimchi things in the Discord. Was it like jars of homemade kimchi and kimchi with things, and then kimchi pancakes? Wasn't that a thing
Yeah.
I saw?
Kimchi
Yeah.
fried rice, kimchi
Yeah.
this, kimchi that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these things
Good.
that I've never had before, but I'm super intrigued about trying at some point in my life. But yeah, okay, Korean food. That makes sense.
What about you, Robo?
Well, because you said sushi, I don't want to jump on the sushi train, but I was telling them that where I want to go for my birthday dinner is to like the best sushi place in town. So like that's what I want to say first is that. But like, so we have I like hot pot as well. Like there's a nice little like hot pot joint, and they do like a spicy lamb broth, and then like you bring out all the like different meats and stuff like that, and that stuff is super delicious. So probably a toss-up between those two things. I think that might be. Whiskey doesn't count, chat, all right? That's not an actual food. No, okay. So anyone that's going to say turkey in chat will get immediately banned. I'm going to point that out right now. And anyone, yeah, well, okay, so last night a new meme was created where I don't even know who was playing in the chat after our last ERP show. We play like Quiplash or whatever with the chat, and someone, I don't know who it was, every answer they put in was turkey, and I just like, it was just the word turkey, and I just couldn't. Yeah, Bob Johnson, whoever the hell Bob Johnson was.
Oh,
Bob Johnson just turkeyed it up,
The
man.
catalyst.
And I am.
He will lead the revolution.
There's a plethora of great turkey meme pictures in the Discord right now, including another of my face being very concerned about turkey. So that was. So yeah, so chat, I'll ban you outright. That's just gonna happen. I'll be watching. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you guys.
What about turducken?
Do it anyways.
You know, I've never had a turducken. But that's probably an acceptable word since it's not technically a turkey. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll just blacklist the word turkey, and then it'll just never show up again. Oh, here we go. All right, my mods are already saying it. Here we go. All right.
Wow.
Your Mac
right.
robots are thinking for themselves.
You know, I should never have given him a software upgrade. It's true. So I enjoy doing this because I like hearing from our cast what they think happened in the last session. So what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get down into the nitty-gritty of the Dungeons and Dragons here, playing some Dragon Heist. So I'm going to need you guys to roll for me a D20, please and thank you. And the one that is closest to the D20 that I will roll will then have to recap what we did last time. Cry 4, Malia 1. That's Malia. That is. Hey, we're warming up real good today.
Early.
Yeah, we're getting there. And then a 17 for Mina, and then Varus with an 11. I roll my D20. That's a 13. I believe Varus, you are actually the closest, my man.
God, I
So
had to do this last week.
I
Okay.
love it.
yeah, I mean the rolls are not biased, I think. So
okay. What the hell did happen last week? So first we all woke up in the warehouse after after we'd been killed. Let's see. Mina, we found out, was the daughter of the devil.
Casually.
You know,
Okay,
it's just
sure.
something that happens when you wake up from death.
yeah.
Malia, like, we all had to pay a price. Malia got a very small scar on her face. Cry, something happened to her. We're not entirely sure yet. Varus lost an eye. We did find... who did we find? We found Rainier Neverember.
Mm-hmm.
He led us to a hotel, or not a hotel, an inn, pub, whatever. Hotel, sure.
The Holiday Inn. Yep.
Then we ended up going down into the sewers to go after Floon Blagmar. We got on his trail, went down into the sewers, got into a fight with first a very small beholder, and then snuck around and got into a fight with an orc, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
A mind flayer and his odd brain dog. That
Brain
all
dog.
had-
Yep.
That all had
Brain dog.
Floon Blagmar held captive for some reason.
Brain
And
dog.
After a fight, the mind flayer escaped into a portal. The orc and brain dog got killed,
Yeah.
and that is where we find ourselves at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The small beholder
all
for
the
you
high
guys
points?
at home is called a gazer. But yes, actually you did. There was some flirting with a guardswoman named Sasha. So that did happen. And then you guys returned to old Zoblob's trying to get some information, where I believe Malia, using her cat, watched Zoblob talk to the stuffed beholder, where he told you to then go how to access the sewers here and to go meet Krentz, which we remember from the very first episode, being the person that was picking a fight with Yagra Stonefist. But yes, very well done, Mike. That was very well done. I appreciate that. So yeah, we find ourselves
absolute mess. So I'm trying to make sense of all this chicken scratch that I have over here.
Hey, no worries, man. No worries. I have to keep multiple documents open at all times just to even keep track of anything. But we come back in. We get our nice DieFall presents Dragon Heist, and we come down and we follow the camera down into the sewers. And we see this mutilated body of this little gazer on the ground, and we follow it through to where we come to this the Xanatharian hideout, right? And what we find is basically the tail end of battle. We watch Varys fall to the ground unconscious, and the rest of the group hurling magic and slicing at things. Renaer Neverember assisting them, killing the orc, the brain dog, attempting to dominate their minds, and the mind flayer placing a small stone into the column in one of the rooms, opening a portal, and then dashing through it. We also find our Floon Blagmar, which I'm so happy I get to say this name a whole lot today. Floon Blagmar, we find him very hurt, his once princely garb tattered, and he has crawled away backwards from the fight and seems to be nursing his wounds. And as camera pans over, it's very clear that it's easy to mistake him and Renaer for each other. They could be brothers if you get them in the right light. It's very close. But that's kind of where we find ourselves as the brain dog finally dies and the dust in the sewer hideout settles. We find our party here. So what would you guys like to do?
I want to loot.
Puddle
Should we wake
sewer
Varys
water.
up? Like he's
Right, so
almost dead.
So Varys is on the ground unconscious, but for those of you guys that don't remember, he did roll enough successful death saves that he is just unconscious but stable. I actually would like Mike, for Varys, could you roll me a 1d4, please?
Yes, I can. 2.
Okay, so did that not show up on Roll20? That was weird. I don't know. Am I not connected anymore? That'd be... Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, yeah, so unassisted, you will wake up in 2 hours. Okay, so if you guys decide to not use a healing potion or spell or something like that, he will wake up in 2 hours. A cursory check of him, I assume you guys would do rather quickly. You find that he is breathing, but pretty severely hurt. But he seems stabilized.
You're just dragging this elf around the sewers for 2 hours waiting for him.
Hey, it is what it is, right? But yeah, so whatever you would like to do here, guys. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe Mina gave Malia the other potion. She used one on Cry during battle, so she doesn't have any more if Malia wants to use potion on Varys.
Yeah, so Malia, after the brain dog dies, Malia's stabbing it a few more times, just making sure it's dead for good. She wheels around, her cloak kind of billows dramatically. She's like, Varys! And then she drops down to her knees. And she's like flopping her hand. She's like, get in my bag. It's in my bag. Get the potion. Mina, assist me.
Okay, I guess I go and get the potion.
Absolutely.
I will very carefully pour it into Varys's mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy enough. You do the thing where you massage his unconscious throat and it forces the healing potion down. A potion of healing, a standard one, is 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So, Malia, will you please roll me 2d4 plus 2? There you go. 7 hit points. Well rolled. So Varys, you come to consciousness, basically sputtering out this somewhat red viscous liquid. It coats your lips and is now on a little bit on Malia's coat and a little bit on you, but you are conscious and alive.
Yeah. Thank you. Did we get him?
We did.
Well,
Wait,
all but
which one?
The squid man, did we get him?
No.
No? What happened?
He escaped through a portal in the other room.
Yeah, and you guys notice since the doors are now open, by the time you've looked at Varys here and done the potion and things like that, you watch as this portal swirls and disappears.
Mm. Yeah, that portal.
Alright, then. Yeah, I guess Varys is gonna get up and just kind of dust himself off and join the rest of his friends.
Okay.
How are you feeling, my dear?
Not great, but better. I'm alive. I didn't die, and I checked the other eye, even though I'm obviously can see out of it. I was checking it to make sure.
Yeah, you did
moves.
poke at it a little bit.
Yeah.
You seem to be able to see.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, you seem to be able to see.
Check all my limbs and my pockets. Make sure I still have everything. Nothing got stole off of me like last time. It's like, okay, everything's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you guys notice that Renair is tending to Floon. They're off in the corner and talking to one another. Floon is like clutching at his ribs. He seems really worse for wear. So yeah, what else would you guys like to do?
I want to loot the orc.
You want to loot?
Because I'm a
All right.
little rat.
I knew.
Take his
yeah.
shoes.
Take his shoes.
Does he have
no.
cool shoes on? You
I
think
mean, he's
they fit
wearing-
me?
He's wearing leather boots. You're more than welcome to pull them off and check.
I want to check. Yeah, Christ.
Yeah, so you go over to Grumshar, the orc. I guess he's a wizard. And you pull off his large boots. And do you take off your flip-flops and put them on?
Oh, the
They've been
flip-flops
taken
are
off.
jammed
I
under
wedged
the
them
door.
into the door.
Yeah. The
Oh, that's right. All right, that's right. Oh,
With
that's
my
right. There's
low
a
stealth
goblin.
and high strength roll.
There's a goblin trapped in a door in a room somewhere because of a. Jeez.
I think
Okay.
it was like a 23 strength to like.
Yeah.
get it into the
It's in
door.
there. It was in there. Yeah. I mean, you pull the boots off. Do you want to put them on your own feet?
I want to, see if they fit.
It's like watching a small child put on their parents' shoes. These boots are much too large for you. They
Aw.
kind of flop around a little bit, but they're on your feet.
I'm imagining it's like the boot in Mario Brothers, where it's like it comes up to her neck, and her whole body can hop around in one boot.
Cry's gonna look at Malia like. "Who is that?"
You look dashing, my dear.
Oh, she's gotta keep him now. Well, she doesn't know how good she's supposed to fit, so they fit for her.
No, I mean, they're not going to impede you in any way, because that would be silly, and I wouldn't do that to you. But like, they are kind of comical when you walk around them, very clown shoe-esque,
More
and like.
comical than the sandals.
No, but in a very similar vein of like where the heel drops and hits the floor before like your whole foot is ready to hit the floor, so it kind of flops a little bit, and like the leather that comes up has kind of like pills down a little because your legs aren't large enough to like hold the boot itself up, so it kind of sags some, and yeah, you have these kind of like dark brown. Leather boots. They don't smell super good because they are definitely covered in sewer water as well. But I mean, all of you are at this point, so that's not really saying a whole lot.
Alia's just happy that you're wearing shoes now.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Anything else? Do you want me to roll to? Now I'm gonna go through his body like a rat.
Yeah, go through his body. You can, go ahead and roll me an investigation on his body.
Okay.
Let's see what you find.
Okay, I will. Definitely, I will. I will. Here it comes. Are you guys so excited?
Absolutely.
Was it investigation?
Yep.
Ah!
Well, that's a natural 1. I think you're too enthralled with the boots and trying to get used to them that you don't notice what else is on his body or in the room.
Care.
And maybe, so I think this isn't like a failure on your part. This is like you've pulled the boots off and you're doing all of this stuff, and now the rest of your party is investigating the room itself. You've already got something that you're doing. So if anyone else would like to investigate the body or the room or anything like that, or if you want to go see Neverember or Floon or anything else, now's the time.
Yeah, I'll investigate the body.
Yeah, go for it. Roll me another.
All right. Let me open up the thingy here. Investigation. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. So you reach in, you watch as Cry like flomps around. You're like, and you go and you reach in to the most obvious place to hold anything of value, a satchel. You reach into the satchel and you pull out what looks to be a wizard's spell book. You flip through it and, well, magic, but wizard stuff is, it's a little different than what you're used to. But I mean, it's all written in common, and it looks like it's a pretty standard book. And you see that it has some spells in it: Burning Hands, Disguise Self, False Life, Shield, Unseen Servant, and Witch Bolt. They're all just in the book here.
Okey-dokey.
While she's doing that, Malia will, once she's sure that Varys will be all right on his own, she'll start to look around the room. I think I remember that there were curtains here or something.
There were so that's it. Yeah, it's squiggly lines. It's not necessarily curtains. It is. It's basically like a prison room. It's like a jail cell. So that would be where they would like have kept Floon in between the torturing.
Well, regardless, Malia
But,
will
you
just
can
kind of look around.
Yeah, you can generally like investigate the room if you'd like.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean it's easy enough. You like go up behind where the mind flayer was sitting, and you find a small wooden chest.
I will very carefully inspect it to see if there might be any traps. And then,
Yeah, go ahead and roll me another investigation. Yeah, 14. It's not. It doesn't seem to be trapped, and it doesn't seem to be locked.
Ooh, fling that guy open.
Yeah, you open it up and you take a look inside, and you find 2 potions of healing, 16 gold pieces, 82 silver pieces, and 250 copper pieces.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
16
Also,
gold.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it for you in a second. Bravo, you said you were missing your book in the Discord call. Go ahead and use that website there, and it should be fine if you need it.
Thank you.
It's not letting me link for some reason in the physical chat. So,
That's fine.
regardless, 16 gold, 82 silver, and 250 copper.
Whew.
Plus the 2 potions of healing, just regular ones like you already have.
Cool. Malia just starts to put everything into her bag, and she waves her friends over and she says, I have found some treasure. And then she will split the gold evenly with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
How kind.
Is that per person?
I mean, you guys can calculate it in a little bit here.
Yeah. Malia will keep one of the health potions and then just dangle the other one. Be like, this shall be of some use sometime in the future, I'm sure. You would like it.
I think Varys should probably take this one.
Varys thinks Mina should have it because someone is going to need to administer it to Varys. Probably eventually in the future.
All right, I'll take it.
Here you go, Mina, my dear.
Thank you.
Yep, 1 regular potion of healing.
What's Floon doing?
Yeah,
Oh.
so you turn around, and
yeah,
you
the
guys
guy
like
we're
after
here
you've done some investigating and like there you've looked through some things. You see that it looks like Renair is doing his best to bandage up Floon. And Floon, like I said, Floon seems to be in kind of a bad way here, and he's leaning heavily on the wall, and Renair's like attending to him.
Malia will hold out her healing potion. To Floon.
Oh, sure. And you see Floon looks up, and it's like a weird carbon copy of Renair, but like missing the soul patch. But like everything else is almost exactly the same. And just he's got these like long blonde red locks of hair and like these bright green eyes, and he's a very attractive man. But like you're like, man, it is, you know, it makes total sense that they got mixed up here. Absolutely. So yeah, you hand out the healing potion, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh, that's mighty righteous of you."
Oh my God.
And you're like, and he like takes it and he pops the cork there and downs it. Go ahead and roll me some healing for Mr. Floon Blagmar, please.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love Floon. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, seven. So Floon, unlike his friend, wow, my roll 20 is like blasted right now. Okay, Floon, unlike his friend here, is less of a fighter and less hardy in hail, but that is definitely enough to get him up and feeling good. You see, as like magically his wounds seem to stop bleeding so much and knit themselves together. The bruises on his face kind of fade out just a little bit. And he leans heavily on Renair, but he gets up and he goes, "There, thank you, I appreciate that. Wow, man, you guys came right in the nick of time. I was probably gonna die there." And he opens his arm and he's like, you get over here, pretty lady, give me a hug. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Me?
My god.
Yeah, you. Thank you. The healing potion was so good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So like he like reaches out and he gives you a big old like hearty pat on the back. He's like, "Man, I'm so happy you guys are here, and Renair too, man. Where did you even find this guy? I thought you were blacked out in an alley somewhere, dude." And Renair's like, "No, Floon, I was with you when they took us. They threw me in a closet all bound up, and then they took you into the sewers." He's like, "Oh yeah, man, yeah, that was totally not cool of them."
Oh my
So,
God.
like, guys, whoa, yo, like, what? So now what, man? I'm super glad you're down here, but, like, there's some bodies and stuff, and it looks like you got some things, and, yeah. Have you been anywhere else down here? They only let me stay over there in that room, man, all chained up.
Do you know anything of the man who had restrained you? The one with the tentacles?
Oh, man, that guy was totally gnarly, dude. Man, he just had tentacles all over the place. I hadn't seen anything like that, man. I think I saw a picture of one of those in one of Volo's books. You guys know Volo? Man, he writes the coolest books, man.
Yes, in fact, we were contracted by your friend Volo.
What? No way! You know Volo too? Man, how is that guy doing? He's got the coolest mustache.
You can see Malia's eyes just kind of light up, and she's like, "We were promised a handsome reward to return you."
Well, your reward's right here. Look at me. I'm the handsomest guy you're gonna find down here. No offense to you, Renair. Renair's just like, Floon, I think Volo actually had, like, monetary compensation for our adventurer friends here. And thank you, everyone. Floon, God, he looks over at Molly and, like, whispers, he's like, Probably shouldn't have given him that potion. It would have kept him quiet at least for an hour. So, Floon, we should probably get you out of here. Did you see anyone in, out, around? And he's like, yo, man, so they had that gnarly portal, and they were in and out of that thing all the time. The guy with the tentacles came in, and there was that orc, man, he could, like, shoot fireballs and stuff. And, man, he was gonna torch my dope locks, and I was totally not cool with that. But, you know, I think there's another way. You see, there's this passageway right here, and he, like, points over to the side where you can clearly see a passage just goes down that way. He's like, but I think there's also a secret one somewhere around here. They don't really hide anything from me because they thought I was gonna die, so, you know, just take a look around.
I'm gonna look around.
Excellent idea.
That's a lot to take in there.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I hope this is all positive. Okay, so yeah, please take a look around the area here. There's a nice little room, kind of the side of Floon. I'm gonna need an investigation check from one of you guys, and if you want to help them, you can, so you can roll at advantage. And then I'm gonna need a perception check from one of you guys. So whoever would like to make those.
I'm gonna scoot over here next to Floon
And Varus, this perception check here. Investigation or perception for you guys trying to find the exit, and then perception from someone else.
No, I don't have perception.
Yeah. Who's looking for the room?
I'll do the perception.
For which one are you looking through the room or my secondary request?
Secondary request.
Okay, absolutely. And Varus, you were looking for the room. Was someone helping him?
I will help him.
All right, Varus, roll me another one. So that was the first one was a 7, but with advantage and help.
Oh, yeah.
12. A 12. Malia with a 14 perception. Excellent. Varus, you notice that over in this corner room that Floon is kind of sitting in here, you notice that the room sort of looks empty, but yeah. You lift up a stone and there's absolutely a tunnel that leads somewhere out of here. Malia, while they're investigating this room over here, you hear something down the other hallway, up the stairs and across north of you here. And it sounds like yelling, and then someone yelling back, and then there's some banging. But yeah, there's definitely some kind of activity going on in the north hallway, or past the north hallway. And Varus, you have found yourself a nifty little secret passage.
Yeah, so Varus is gonna lift up the rock, and like he said there was a secret passage here, so when he sees that, he's like, this is the secret passage, I think.
Floon looks down, he's like, oh yeah, man, that totally makes sense.
So do we all hear the screaming as well, or is it just Malia?
I only have Malia make it. Her active perception is higher or is high enough. If any of you have a passive perception of 14 or higher, so if you have a wisdom score of 4, then you will be able to hear this as well. The hallway's kind of long, and there's a door at the end and stuff like that. But Malia hears some yelling down the way.
Malia will say, friends, I do not think we are alone. There seems to be some activity down this hall. I hear shouting.
I'm gonna, Floon, did you hear where the secret passage leads to?
Not really, man. They, they'd, knock me out most of the time, so, my brain's not really screwed on right now, man, but maybe later.
Varus thinks it might be a common thing for Floon. So, yeah. Should we leave through the hallway or through the secret passage? Should we see where the secret passage goes?
I could employ the assistance of my companion, and she's going to telepathically ask her familiar Kiggs to come over.
Yeah. Kiggs, comes over, tail swishing, and, goes through your legs a little bit.
Kiggs, could you perhaps check down the hallway here to the north?
A slight meow. Kiggs trots off up and over and out of view.
A
And
good kitty.
yeah. Did you want to do your little dealy with it?
Yes. So Malia will kind of move closer to the center of the room here. Just kind of lean up against the wall, and then she'll just like hold her hands up, and then her eyes just go white. She possesses her familiar.
Cry grabs her arm.
Does your cat have dark vision? I know they have like
Don't think so.
dark vision is technically a magical property, just so you guys know. Like, it's like a weird thing that doesn't actually exist in the real world. Cats have good night vision. Like, dim light doesn't affect them as much, but dark vision is not necessarily a thing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fine because there's probably like a torch somewhere in this hallway, so I'm not super worried about it, but I thought I'd ask. So yeah, you do. You go into the cat's eyes and you come down, and we follow with the camera, and all of a sudden you're trotting down this hallway, and at the end of the hallway there's a door, and there seems to be a little crack at the bottom and light coming through. And what you can hear is more of this yelling, and you hear a voice. You stupid dwarf! You think that's gonna keep an ooze from coming into this room? You got to block the bottom with some blankets, you daft fool! And then you hear a response. Wait. No. All I have to do is just put up this thing right here. I just gotta, and you hear bang, bang, bang. You just put the beds against the door here, and the ooze won't be able to come out. And you hear like an audible face palming, and it's just like, you idiot. It's an ooze. It will go under the door. And you basically hear a back and forth that goes like that for a while.
Do the voices sound like they're monstrous or humanoid?
Actually, I think this is it's either a history or flat intelligence check. So whichever one is high, if one is higher, I want one of those. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, one of those voices. That sounds like Krentz before he punched Jagger Stonefist in the face.
Okay. And this is the only door headed in this direction?
The hallway ends in one door here. Yeah, so you could go explore backwards where you guys had come through a secret door, but this is the only one through this particular hallway.
Okay. Malia will return.
It's a 19 chat, by the way.
And she'll say, I believe I have found Krentz. He appears to be hiding behind the door at the end of the hall. It seems as if they are anticipating an ooze. I am not quite sure what that means. They are boarding up the door.
Well, whatever that is, it doesn't sound good, and we know Krentz is with the Xanathar, so are we sure we want to stay here or go down that passage? There's the direction we just came from, which we cleared out, or we could see what is in the secret passage that Varys found.
Well, if we go back the other way, then there's still the goblins that might be awake. Well, one of them was awake.
True.
And they could start shooting at us if we go back the way we came.
Wasn't there also a direction we did not check before we came into this room here?
That was the door that we shoved the flip-flops under?
Okay.
There was a door across the way from the one that we came in, wasn't there?
Yes, that was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there was another door that was not the secret door. You guys took the secret one. But you do remember that side also had a goblin at one point on the opposite end when you were in that. Remember the round area, and then on both ends there was a goblin at each side. So you remember that, and you remember that door being again leading to a side where one of these goblins was as well.
Floon, what sort of people had you seen coming in and out of this this hidden tunnel?
Oh man, dude, they were totally gnarly types, you know what I mean? All shapes and sizes and stuff. There was a dude that was bald and he had these tattoos of eyeballs all around his head. Man, it was totally crazy. And then there was that orc guy. A couple of goblins made their way in and out here. And then there was a deep dwarf. One of those like gray-skinned dwarf guys, big old white beard, and he had these like white milky eyes. Man, oh, and then, like, just yesterday, late at night, when I couldn't sleep because I'd just gotten beaten up and they weren't feeding me, so I was feeling pretty rumbly. I saw some of these bird creatures, man, coming down in here. They seemed a little bit worse for wear, but they went and, like, stashed some stuff, and then they disappeared. I don't know where they went.
Kenku, those feathered fiends, they robbed us.
No way! They robbed you, man? That's totally gnarly!
They did a little more than rob us.
You mustn't speak of that.
Did you see where they stashed some things?
Yo, man, I was just the only place they ever kept me was in this room right here.
And he like gestures over to one of the ones with like manacles on the walls, like, and then out on the floor when they were trying to torch my hair.
So, I don't know, there's only like 2 other rooms here, the portal room, and then there's a hallway, and then there's a secret passageway. I only saw them come in here, talk to Tentacle Guy, and they had all these weird different voices, man. And then they like went down the hallway, and then I never saw them again.
Any oozes of any kind?
What's an ooze, man?
That is what I am wondering as well.
I have a thing that might be like an ooze,
And he like goes under his like shirt. And he like points at like something. It seems to be like a little like a raised bump. Oh, we lost everyone. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, guys. I lost everyone. I'm sorry.
It wasn't me.
It was me. I'm sorry. Apparently there we go. Sorry, guys. Oh, and then everyone switched places too. All right, chat. So this is gonna take a little bit of fixing, but everyone's in different spots now. Sorry.
We're back though. That's what matters.
But yeah, we'll just keep going. Sorry. Whoops. But yeah, so he's like pointing out this like somewhat of a what we would think of as a cyst.
Ew.
But I don't know if you guys would know what those things are.
Cry would be like up in that. Show me.
Yeah, and he's like poking at it, and it like moves around a little bit.
Yum,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, totally.
Can I do a nature check to see if Varys knows if it's an
Absolutely.
How?
And hang on, give me like 2 seconds, and I'll actually go see what that was. Can you read it out for me?
I got a 10.
You got a 10? Well, it looks like a bump under some skin. Not super sure what that means.
Or is it just gonna like I'm not entirely sure what an ooze is, but I don't know that that's it.
You always had that.
He looks down and he goes,
Yeah, man, I don't remember just one day I woke up and there was this thing down there, and it's been there for a while now. No one seems to really notice it, because if I keep my arms down like this and my shirt on, then, you know, no one sees it.
All right.
You might want to go to a
Malia?
doctor about it.
Yes, my dear.
Would you be able to send your familiars through the secret passage and see what's through there?
Of course. Kiggs, come back. Head down this way.
yeah. So you have the cat go through the secret passage now, the one that you had gone through previously. Well, the doors are shut. Do you want to have someone like open the doors for your cat?
Yes.
I'll open
Okay.
them.
Meow, meow.
Yeah, so you go down that direction, and you open the doors, and then there's the secret one. It's very easy to find from this side, and you pop it right open. And yeah, there's the sewer and darkness.
This down in the secret passage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. You said secret passage, not secret entrance that you came in previously, correct?
Correct. The one that Varys
Sorry.
found.
Yep, you toss the cat down, and it is just dark.
Ew,
My mistake. I thought secret entrance, not secret passageway that you just found. My mistake.
All good.
It is quite dark in there. Unfortunately, Kings cannot see in the dark.
Right. So from what you can see, like the light extends a little bit down the hall, and it's it seems to be kind of rough-hewn passageway, and it seems to go in a straight direction north.
It appears to head north, perhaps into the same area as Krentz and his gremlins might be.
Well, we have a few options here. Which do we want to take?
Hey, how many people were down the hallway? It was just Krentz and another guy?
It would seem so, yes. There were only 2 voices to be heard.
Do you think we could take them out and get out of here? Because if they're worried about something else... Oh, I don't know if she's told us about the ooze. But yeah, she did.
She did, yeah, because the cyst.
Well, so from what you guys you can tell, okay, there's this one hallway that goes north, and then the doorway, it veers off to the left a little bit, and then this secret passageway just seems to, as far as you can tell right now, just goes straight north. But they seem to be about 30 to 40 feet apart from each other. So that's kind of location-wise what you can surmise.
Of the 2 things that we may have to fight, I don't know what an ooze is. So, and we're supposed to be on good terms with Krentz. We were supposed to meet him to come down here anyway, so maybe we should talk to him and he can help us out of here rather than going down into the pitch black tunnel that may have a creature that they're all afraid of.
Yes, and worst come to shove, if we must encounter this the ooze, perhaps we can join forces, even if it is temporary. However, I would like to air caution to my friends. We may be walking into a trap. I was not entirely confident in Zibibob's referral.
Yes, we were concerned with Krentz before. We thought he might have been a trap. Are we prepared to potentially fight somebody else?
Cry's just very excited to get to another fight.
Perhaps would we like to take a rest of some sort?
That, I think, would be the smart thing to do if we are going to go into another fight.
Now that we have secured Floon, we do not need to rush into things, I think.
Renair looks around and is like, honestly, I would really rather not spend any more time down here than we absolutely have to. We can move now. We don't have to confront them.
Yes, we could go back towards the goblins, or we could take our chances in this dark hallway. I think perhaps fighting Krentz and his friend and potentially an ooze, whatever that is, might be another chance for us to not wake up.
Yes, I believe the frugal choice would be to head towards the goblins.
Okay. Yeah, Varys will just kind of nod in agreement.
So you guys want to go back the way that you came in?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Okay. Yeah. So Floon, he's still a little bit woozy and a little hurt, leans pretty heavily on Renair. But you guys can make your way out the secret passageway that you would come in, or the secret door that you would come in earlier. It's dark out in the sewer. Someone have a torch that they want to light up.
Yes, especially since Renair is holding Floon this time, I'll hold a torch.
Yeah. As you guys walk past the door with the flip-flop under it, you hear goblin noises and banging against the door still. So that's a thing.
What kind of goblin noises?
Yeah, I think I need to...
Yes, what did they sound like again?
What do they sound like?
right. That's right. Yeah, that jogs my
That's
memory.
So sad.
Yo, man, what's this goblin doing in this room? No.
I love Floon. I love Floon so much. Ugh.
Okay.
So you guys just want to head out the secret passage here, or try to go back the same way?
Secret passage.
Would you like to make a dash for it, or do you want to go quietly? What's the deal?
I think quietly is the smart play, especially if Cry's shoes are too big and we're going
least they're
through
not
muck.
What part of you thinks she's gonna be quiet with those shoes?
I can be quiet.
Roll me some stealth.
That's Cry's new voice. It's canon. What's up? My name's Cry.
You know, I was actually listening back to the first couple episodes, and Cry's voice is so cute, and she's only spoken like 3 times, but it's super adorable when she's like whispering to Malia.
I want
It's
to make
really,
a
it's
PSA
really
really
cute.
fast. I promise I play characters that do talk. I know on ERP, Crop does not speak. Cry does not speak. They will speak eventually, I promise. My home games, I've got a bard that doesn't shut up. I promise. I promise I play characters that talk. I promise.
I don't believe
Malia,
you.
16 stealth, Varus, natural 20, 25, Mina with the 8 stealth, Cry with the 6.
Oh, no.
You know, you average out to be pretty okay. It's fine. Yeah, so you guys kind of make your way back the way that you would come in. This direction, it takes you about an hour to leave and come back up out of the sewer where you would come in originally. We're basically just jumping ahead that hour. Nothing happens. You guys make your way through. You have it's fine. Floon is just like, he doesn't shut up. So there's that.
I will say, Cry is enthralled with Floon. Cry
Sure.
is like, who or what is this thing? And she's just listening to everything, like as if it's like something wise he's saying. Like she's just
Sure,
listening.
yeah. Yeah, he's gone off on like weird tangents now, but he's talking about the skewer dragon the night before, and he seems to be like spinning a tale about like how he was like, yeah man, I was rolling some dice, it was super awesome, and man, I was taking all of Renair's money. Renair, do you remember that, man? You were so bad. And yeah, he's just like boasting and doing the thing while you guys walk through the sewer. And Renair's just like,
stealthily.
yeah, stealthily. But yeah, you guys, you come to the where you can come up out of the sewer, and would you like to come out back into the daytime?
Can we just like peek our heads out first to see if there's anybody out?
Yeah,
Just
I
like
mean
a
it's
little
a single ladder, so you can peek your head out of that single ladder and see what you see.
I will.
So who
do that.
are you? Is it Mina? All right, yeah, just roll me a nice little perception. See what you see.
Perception.
21.
See all of me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of not so busy side street. You see like a cart off to the side that seems to have probably day-old fish in it. You see a couple people kind of posted up on a wall down the way, but like no one seems to be really paying attention to this little, pothole in the ground.
Well, I'm gonna get out then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you pop it open. The grate moves easily enough, and you come on out. Some people take note of you, the two down the way, and like the man like tamps out his pipe a little bit, and he just goes, and puts it back in and lights it again, and yeah, you all like pile out of the sewer grate there.
It's like a clown car.
Yeah, absolutely, all the way up and out.
Malia will help Rainier get Floon out.
Good. All right, yeah. And Floon, he's coming up probably last or something like that, and he extends a hand, and Molly, you bring him out and say, oh, helping me once again, pretty lady. I do like that.
Malia
And then
looks
he,
a little
he continues.
distressed, and she's like,
Oh,
we,
boy.
are we the sewer people this time?
Yes.
Renair, looks over at you, and he hears you. And he's like, no, we will never be like the sewer people. Don't worry.
Thank
We'll get you cleaned up because all of us, quite frankly, smell awful. And then we will be less like the sewer people.
Let us do that then.
Well, where would you like to go? I mean, where did Volo say to bring us?
Oh,
Back to the yawning portal, wasn't it?
that was its name. Yes,
Yeah.
Volo said he would still be at the yawning portal when we brought Floon.
Of course he would be. That's fine. We can head back there. Yawning Portal's a interesting place. Well, lead on.
Why do you
There's a
say
group
it
of
is
people just
interesting?
caked in shit, strolling through the streets of
Oh,
Waterdeep.
he
Giant
looks
boots.
Yeah, he looks over at you and goes, well, look at us, and look at what we're covered in, and, well, remember who the Yawning Portal welcomes in with open arms. Adventurers are interesting types, and to be fair, they will accept us there rather readily, and, well, everyone's kind of used to the blood and gore of adventurers just wandering in and out of the place.
And apparently shit.
And apparently shit.
Very well.
And Floon like looks away, he's like, yo, man, yeah, I smell like straight doo-doo.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was very close. I almost spit your mate all over my room.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, I love Floon. I don't want him to die or leave. Can we keep him?
Are we adopting Floon?
Can we adopt Floon?
Well, I'm going to start. You guys are either Floon's goons or the Floon platoon.
Floon
Uh,
platoon.
Yeah,
So-
that one has my
Yes!
vote.
I like that one. Floon.
So I mean, hey, you can do whatever you like. Well, you can try to convince Floon. Regardless, you guys make your way back towards the yawning portal.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go back there. You guys have your old handout that shows you the yawning portal and all the interesting characters therein. And you see now, like, let's see, you guys were there early morning, went down. It took about an hour to get there, a couple fights. The fights don't take generally that long, and about maybe 20 minutes of investigating, and then an hour back out. I mean, it's not even midday. You guys have been swift on this journey.
To be fair, we did spend a night in another inn.
That's very true. But today
Today was quick.
it's not even midday.
Listen
Ah,
fast.
excellent. We can have Volo treat us to some lunch.
Renair looks at you and goes, I expect that I'll be treating us all to lunch, but good thought.
Oh, well.
You don't know, Volo's not necessarily the best with coin.
Cry nods.
See, this one knows.
I remember that.
I'm not sure how you know, but this one knows. Wait,
Wait,
did
what do you mean?
Did Floon pay you for this?
Volo was going to.
Oh, excuse me. Did Volo pay you for this?
He gave us a down payment and then
little.
said there'd be more when we returned.
10 times the amount, if I
Oh.
remember correctly.
Oh, well, I am interested to see how he lives up to this. Come along, I'll buy lunch.
Cry scoots over to Malia and whispers in her ear, I think he was lying.
Alia like fixes her hat.
Oh!
She's like, We shall
I just imagine
see.
Malia like stomping off towards the yawning portal.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, so you guys make your way back to the yawning portal. You open it up,
Bitch, better
and the
have
portal,
my money.
the portal yawns before you, right? Just open, and it seems that there's an adventuring group that seems to be gearing themselves up to strap into the ropes and make their way down into the portal itself to do a little bit of adventuring. But it seems to be a quiet morning nonetheless. You see another group of adventurers kind of just like each of them holding their heads. Maybe it had been too long of a night before. But it's a rather quiet morning. No minstrels are playing or anything like that. But you do see Durnan in his customary position behind the bar cleaning a mug. He sees you walk in, gives you a curt nod. And as you survey the room, you see over by the low flame of the fireplace, Volo. He seems to be writing in a book, and has a drink that seems untouched before him.
Cry just points.
Good work,
Yes,
Cry.
Good job.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, so as you click into the room, Volo looks up and he's, oh, you're alive! You're alive! Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Floon, my boy, you're here. And Renea, how did you get mixed up in it? Thank you, my friends. Thank you so very much. Please, come. Sit. Durnan, drinks around, please, for my victorious friends. We have much to discuss. Thank you. Come, please, tell me all about it.
Varys is gonna go over to the portal in the middle of the room and take his boot off and just pour out a gallon of sludge just right down the hole.
You see Durnan, like, we get the pan back of, like, you doing that and Durnan over there, and he's just like a little more angrily, like, does the cleaning thing. He's really getting that one spot now.
Oh, man. Malia sits down in the nicest looking chair.
They're all really terrible, and most of them are benches. But yeah, you find a bench that looks not very stained, and you sit down, I assume, across from where Volo is sitting, or...
Yes.
and
Directly
you sit-
across,
and he
staring
sits, and
daggers.
he goes, wow, I am impressed. You did exactly what I asked. Thank you so much, and you even brought Renair along, and... Well, do tell. I love a good story.
I'm gonna sit down right next to Volo, just like super close, and just stare.
And he looks at you.
Yeah. Cry's gonna sit down
Hello?
next to Malia with the same face that Malia has on, doing her best to look like intimidating. Like,
Aren't we all friends here? Renair, what is going on? And Renair is like, he sits down, puts his boots up on the table, he just looks at him and he goes, Volo, my friend, I hear you've promised ample amounts of coin to these adventurers for bringing Floon back. Might I add that I was also rescued by them. Maybe you can throw in a little bit more on top for our new friends. And Volo just, like, we get that really close zoom in and we see the one bead of sweat just, like, coming down his face. And he goes, yes, I confess I have but few coins to spare, but never let it be said that Volo reneges on a promise. Never let that be said. Allow me to present to you something much more valuable. And he, like, rummages around in his face. Where is that thing? Here. And he holds out a scroll tube directly over at Malia. Here, take this. And you open it up. It's a deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep. Well, we need a magistrate and to witness the transfer of ownership, but I can arrange that meeting once you've inspected the estate. But it's all yours. It's all yours if you'd like it.
Do I recognize the address?
Sure, yeah. So you look at it, and it says deed to Trollskull Manor. Roll me a history check.
Okay.
Roll me a history check.
Is this by any chance in the Southern Ward?
It is not.
Okay.
oh,
Yeah. No, I mean, God, there are so many buildings in Waterdeep. Honestly, it's a little ridiculous. You know, at any given point in time, like up to 10% of them could be derelict. I mean, unoccupied or anything. And you spend a lot of your time in the Southern Ward. And this here, you're not even sure where this is yet. But
What kind of name is Trollskull Manor?
He looks. He goes, well, I mean, it's on Trollskull Alley, so it's called Trollskull Manor. It's a historic building up in the North Ward. Yeah, and you can claim it, but obviously you can go and investigate it yourself if you'd like.
Renair, have you heard of this place?
Renair looks and goes, well, there are many manors in the North Ward, and if it's one that Volo decided to buy, it must be very interesting, Volo. Why would you put down so much coin on a manor? And Volo just, like, again, we get, like, the second bead of sweat that goes down his face, and he goes, well, and I'm going get someone. And actually, I think because Molly's doing a lot of the interacting here, Molly, make me an intimidation check.
Yes, I am flexing my muscles.
Flex at him. You have a little, like, I don't want to say it's an advantage, but the DC is slightly lower due to the fact that Renair is he's in on it. He's in on it here. Oh, a crit. An absolute crit.
Oh.
We get the, like, the bead of sweat, right? So it's a natural 20 for you guys in chat. And, like, the camera pans over and we just see Malia covered in the disgusting blood, grossness, goop, and gore, and just staring daggers. The fresh wound on her face is, like, fierce. And maybe you didn't notice, Molly, but in the fighting, your bandage has fallen away, and here you are, just out in the open. I'd say, but it's a natural 20. You would have had an advantage on this intimidation, and I needed to remember that. But he sees you, and he sees that mark, and he's, oh, my friends, I did not notice. You seem to have taken a lot of wounds. Yes, troll skull. I bought the property because it is rumored to be haunted. I was hoping that investigating might help me with a chapter for my new book. You know, like I said before, Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters.
And did it help?
This is when Varys is gonna come over with his eye missing.
Oh yeah, because did you put a patch on? I don't remember.
No, I just left it open.
And he goes, oh my, you're the table elf. Whoa. That is unfortunate. Well, I mean, look, my friend, this is what I have right now, and it is a wonderful manor, and please, you don't have to accept now, and maybe there's something else that we can come to an agreement on, but please, at least go take a look. As for it being haunted, honestly, I think it's a bunch of hogwash. I found nothing for my book, otherwise I wouldn't give it up so easily. I am extremely happy to have my friends back, though, and if it is not acceptable to you, maybe we can work something out.
Malia looks over to Cry, and she's like, the whole point of us entering this line of work was we were trying to leave Waterdeep, wasn't it?
Volo, like, his shoulders slump, and he goes, oh, well, maybe with the deed you could sell it for a profit at least. I mean, I put all the money in. You don't have to keep it, but go at least. It's all I have.
Insight check.
Roll me an insight check.
Ugh, love that. Here it comes. I keep closing my character sheet because I'm big stupid.
You know, if you double click, it minimizes, by the way.
Okay.
Just up at the top, so for those of you guys that don't know, if you double click at the top of any of the handouts, any of the character sheets or anything like that, it'll just minimize and it'll go kind of transparent, and you can click it and it'll come back. A 9. I mean, the man seems kind of beaten down. This honestly might be the only thing he has.
Malia's face looks a bit sympathetic. It starts to soften a little. And then she looks over at Varys and Mina, and she's like, what do you think? Do you need this? And then just waggling the deed.
So
Renair looks over at you guys, before you answer, and you do see some concern in his face, and he moves his boots off the table, and he looks over at Volo and then at you guys, and well, I had not realized Volo was in such dire straits. I'm sorry to have made such a joke, my friend. I apologize if you were all trying to leave the city. I was going to put some good words in with some of my friends and get you some extra work. The city is always in need of good adventurers.
Well, I mean, we must acquire some funds before we make our journey away from Waterdeep. Eventually.
Well, funds are things that my friends can definitely give you for fair work, and having a home base here in the city might not be so terrible.
Varys
a
is
point.
just gonna also kind of repeat back that it's like, yeah, and if we want out of here, it's a mansion. We could sell it and use that money to get out of here if we needed to.
Well, how about we go look at the place?
And Volo's eyes yes, please go. Just you can take the deed.
You're coming with us.
Oh,
Yes. Excellent idea, Mina.
What if we don't like the place?
well then you take it and sell it. I don't have monetary recompense.
That is fine. You can come with us.
Oh, all right. Yes. I can take you there straight away if you'd like.
I think perhaps we are going to bathe first.
Oh, right. Right. Yes. Wow, I do all smell horribly. I'm sorry to. Oh, I should not have said. Durnan, and Durnan looks. What is it, Volo? Durnan, could you have 1, 2, 3, or 4 baths? Oh, Renair, you as well. Oh.
And Floon.
Oh, and my poor Floon. Well, can we have 6 of those baths upstairs drawn? That we have some guests here that are in need. And Durnan looks at him, and then he looks over at Renair, and Renair just goes, "Put it on my tab." And Durnan goes, "Right then, we'll get them fixed up." Yeah.
Thank you, Renair.
Cry's getting a bath.
And Renair,
Crying know how
he
to do
nods and he
that?
goes, "There are
think
some
she's
benefits to being the former open lord's son. Favors are good everywhere."
True. All right, let's get cleaned up.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys you go upstairs after some time. You whatever your drinks or snacks or whatever the things you had at the table. You go upstairs, and there's 6 piping hot baths, each kind of in sets of 2. So there's 2 copper tubs, and then there's a break, some dividers set up in another 2, and the dividers in another 2 set up. It seems that they have quite a few of these baths upstairs in the yawning portal. Adventurers need to bathe because they're disgusting. So yeah, it makes a little bit of sense. There's probably about 12 total up here. It's actually kind of an incredible setup. But it seems to have been drawn by some of the assistants around the inn, and you're more than welcome to bathe here and hang out for a while and do whatever you'd like to do. Floon and Renair, they go off to the farthest right side, and they go get themselves undressed and get into the tub. And you can hear Floon go, "Whoa, man, whoa, it's gnarly hot, man, but oh yeah, that's the spot right there. Oh yeah."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no. So they're in 2s with dividers beside the 2 baths. There's 2 baths together, sort of.
Yeah, essentially, and they're just kind of there's little side tables with things to scrub yourself with, a brush and some soap and things like that, and towels set to the side. But yeah, they're set up in 2s.
And there's only 6 that have water in them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Malia doesn't care. She just
Mina's
starts stripping.
grabbing Varys into a section that is closed off and being like, pointing at where they are, where they're still hidden, because she doesn't want to show them to anybody else.
Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so Chad, if you don't remember, Mina was gifted after her near-death experience, her actual death experience, some horns, and she has yet to take the hood off. So that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah. So she has tiny little budding horns, just kind of coming up
Color
right now. Well, knowing the person that she was talking to, they'd be very red.
Ugh.
Are they getting any bigger or anything? Like as she's pointing
Would you
them
like
out to
Would you
Varys?
like to inspect them?
Yeah, sure. Like,
So do you take off the hood, Mina?
Yeah, once we're in like a partition
Yeah,
area.
so you guys like go off to the far left side, right? Like away from the people already in the baths. You go off to the far left side, and you're like pointing at it. And Varys, I guess, understandingly goes, "Oh, that's right, you have horns." And so you like remove it, and you see them there. No, I mean they're no bigger than they were this morning. It's only been a couple hours.
okay. Yeah. It's like, so yeah, they're still there.
But what you do is like you see like the veininess from them, right? They've got like a weird veininess to them that you can see kind of at her hairline. And they're set not like directly on her forehead, but set a little bit back and off kind of to the sides, and they're just poking out just a little bit. They don't even seem to have points yet. They're a little rounded, like baby deer antlers, right? Just right at the budding stages.
I feel like kind of itch.
But like they're very dark right now, and not as red as I have previously described, because they're just coming in. And they definitely itch, Mina. You're totally right. They do itch.
And Mina hasn't told anybody about the cutscene about meeting the devil.
No one knows about that yet,
I
except
sure
for all
haven't.
of us. We're all very omniscient viewers here.
So yeah,
How bad are they? Are they bigger? Are they the same?
they look the same. They're just like little nubs sticking out of your head. He kind of reaches behind her head and grabs her hair and like combs it forward and like, there you go. That'll hide them for a bit, I guess, as long as they don't get any bigger.
Oh,
Thank you. She gets like in the bath.
yeah.
The
So
hair's
you
not
like
clean yet, so it's just this rat's nest of hair.
it is an absolute
Yeah.
It's gross and matted with sewer water, and yeah, it's blood and gore. Yeah, but yeah, you get in and you dunk under and you begin cleaning yourselves, and I'm assuming Malia and Cry go off into the middle one. And would you like a moment with yourselves or
Oh, Cry!
Cry's very confused.
This is a sponge.
Yeah, it seems it's a soft, spongy object. And has some spring. You put it in the water, and it gets a little softer, and you squeeze it, and it squishes out water, and it's somewhat entertaining.
She does it again.
Yeah. The water is pleasantly warm against your very, very cold skin.
Ooh. Oh,
This is Cry's next 4 hours.
Can you remind me the new quirks she got, please? Write
Yeah,
them
hang
down.
on. Let me go get those real quick for you.
Oh, love that.
Cry, we've all noticed now that during combat, and I've tried to call it out a little bit, that when you take injuries, you don't seem to bleed.
That's right. That's the one. Let me grab this.
And people that are paying attention to you notice that you don't breathe
Don't
very
breathe,
often.
Don't bleed. Don't breathe. Don't bleed. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Here for it. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Is it when I'm asleep I don't appear to breathe? That one?
No, it's all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to breathe.
Girl, you creepy.
Yeah.
I'm so spooky. Doesn't
Well, if the
appear to
house wasn't
breathe.
haunted before, it is now, and crazy in there.
Yeah, I heard haunted house and I was like, my domain.
We haunting all the things.
So haunted.
You barely bleed. Okay, I'm just writing this down so I don't forget. Even
Absolutely.
badly.
No, Cry. This is how you use a sponge.
Do you wash her? Yeah, you scrub her down? Oh, yeah. So Cries in the tub just getting, like, laid into with soap and
needs
sponge. Yeah, all of you do. Let's be
Yeah,
honest, you're
you're
in
a
a sewer.
different color now.
Even shinier white than before. She's radiant now in the candlelight.
So, I guess that means, like, all of her soot kind of gets washed away, too. So,
Yeah, you are clean.
she's very white. She doesn't have that contrasting black dirt on her anymore. She's very white. She enjoys it. She doesn't get why they have to do it, but she enjoys it nonetheless.
I mean, Cry, you still have a sense of smell, right? And you notice now that you smell less like sewer and more like... Well, it's like a wildflower. It's been a long time since you've smelled one of those.
Oh,
Aw.
oh, she just smells dead things all the time. This is so sweet.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you took a rat you found in the middle of a bog and just like, you're a hamster now.
Yeah, it's like you didn't notice, but you're actually a hamster. Weird, and you're all clean now. You're fuzzy.
What
but
an
yeah,
analogy.
I bet. Okay, so her hair probably is less stringy and nasty too. It's probably a little softer, and actually has some uniformness
and
to
clean,
it.
very,
And
very, very much
clean.
scrubbed, and it a little bit differently managed, right? Because you're most likely somewhat dreading, right? Like
Yeah,
just
a
with
little
the
bit. It
dirt
was
and
like-
the grime, and it
Yeah.
was starting to bunch up. With being washed out, it just have a lot of hair now all over the place. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I have a lot of hair. She's touching everything. She's touching.
You guys each
hair.
notice at a particular point in time, one of the like, I guess not like a lady in waiting, but one of the serving girls comes in and goes, would you like to have your clothes cleaned? We do have a resident prestidigitationer, and they can get some of the grime and dirt off if that is what you would like. Both Renair and Floon are all about that. They're getting their clothes done. But it's up to you guys to have that.
Yeah, Varys will like strip off all of his armor and just kind of hand it in a pile to the person. And it's
she
dripping
nods.
with
She's-
sludge and gunk.
yeah, she-
and-
We get like an internal monologue. It's like, what is my life? And she turns around and then she leaves and she brings all of your things if you'd like to be cleaned.
Cry looks at Malia like, is that what we're supposed to do?
Yes, and don't forget that this slide has some troll blood. You might need some white vinegar.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
right.
I do hope that our magic should be able to take care of it, but I will keep that in mind. Thank you. And she takes your things and brings them away.
Malia will tip her 2 copper pieces.
She looks. "Oh, thank you, mistress. Thank you.
Mistress, 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 mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do here? Do you want to wrap that up and get out of the bath, get clean clothes, and start heading to the North Ward?
Yes, and I would like a
think we're all
bandage
set.
for my face.
Oh,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can get provided a bandage for your face.
I
Yeah.
don't have any healing. No.
The hood and the emo hair return.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Mechanically, for those of you guys that haven't already, this would constitute a short rest. Like, absolutely. So for those of you guys that get your stuff, warlocks, you'll get all your spell stuff back on your short rest. If you would like to roll hit die for your short rest, now is the time.
All right, we have to roll.
We're just getting past midday now from when you guys arrive here and go through the bath and things like that. So you still have probably about 4 to 6 hours worth of daylight and things to do before you would be able to have your long rest again. So Amalia, unfortunately, that is a 1 on your hit die, but there you go. You have your hit die. And I think this is a good point for us to say this. And Varys, that's a 9. If you'd like to roll another one of those, Malia, you can, because congratulations, everyone, you're now level 2.
Yay!
Oh, yay!
So there it
Oh my
is.
gosh.
You're now level 2. So chat. Well, I figured we were gonna get to this kind of in the middle of the show here. So we're gonna quickly go through some of the different things that we will need to do for level 2. So congratulations, everyone. You've made it. You've done the thing. First things first, I'm going to need everyone to roll for their HP. Now, how this works in Roll20 is all you do is you hit the number, you hit die, and that number you add onto your total HP, and that's how that works. It's very easily calculated through that, and you just add it all up. So what we will do is that when you take your short rest and you've leveled up, and whatever you roll for your new HP, well, I'm not saying you need to heal to that. That's just added on, and that you just add that. Right, so your new total HP will be with that number. So who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
The chat, the hit die does add Constitution automatically, so there you go. It should be easily enough. Varus, yeah, go ahead and roll for me. Give me another hit die roll, please. That is less than ideal. That is less than ideal. You have no Constitution modifier. That is a 1. That is +1 for your level 2 HP, Varus.
I go up to a hearty 11 hit points.
Holy moly. That's... Cry?
Oh, sorry.
Is that...
I guess I already went. Didn't mean to hit it.
Is your hit die 6, or is it different?
It's a 6. It's a 1d6.
Okay, so add your con modifier to that then.
Okay, that's a 1, so that's a 7.
So 7 total. You critted your hit die, I think. Yep, there you go. Nice, well done. So 2 polar opposites at this point. 2 polar opposites.
Aha.
Wow.
Mina crits it as well, +9. Varus, this is. You died, so they shall live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And last but not least,
care of
Malia,
my mouse for me.
can I get another hit die from you, to see what your total HP goes up? That's a 2, the +2 on your hit die. I know, I love rolling. I'm sorry, I know it's super swingy. I love it. But may the die rule your life. So add that to your total number, as well as what is additional. So you will heal that amount as well, right? I'm not going to have you be missing some of that health. Now, for those of you guys that you're all level 2, have you guys had a chance to take a look at any of the level 2 things that your classes would give you?
No.
I am not.
No.
All right. So we're actually coming up on our break.
Perfect timing.
So what we're gonna do is take 3 to 5 minutes to use the restroom, do whatever, and get ourselves set up for level 2, chat. So I appreciate you guys watching tonight. It's always a good time, and hey, everyone's level 2, and we're gonna go see if a house is haunted or not, and we will be right back, guys.